Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me and tell them like it is when I tell you to. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern for you Yanks. On a Thursday, time for the Talk to Me America show, where this actually show is for you guys to get your voices out there and continue practicing or exercising your First Amendment rights so that we don't have to resort to our Second Amendment rights. Both are equally as important, though. But you want to start with the First Amendment. Let's see who I've got here so far. Well, Space Pirate Yvonne! Welcome to the show. Good to see you, Toasty! Toast has arrived. Yep. All right, Sai and Pastor Chatelet, my main moderator at the moment. Welcome everyone so far. Please make sure to share this everywhere. I see one person over there on YouTube, and I see 4 people over there on Rumble. Am I actually live over there? Rumble's giving me problems today. I don't know why. Just real slow. Are we having another attack? All right. It looks like everybody can see me so far, or hear me, etc. and etc. So welcome to the show. I'm DGddss, your hostess. Thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Appreciate you being here. Please make sure to share. Get everyone here. We need more people. We need to grow so that we can get more people calling in and talking about what we need to talk about. I get some silly calls sometimes and everything like that, but also too, well, I like to have fun as well, so it doesn't matter. Like I say, free speech, but it doesn't have to be. Well, I was good. I don't know. I don't want to start complaining, but I don't necessarily want it to be sexual of nature. There's going on too much about that. We're fighting against a lot of that right now. It happens. Yes, I know. But we got to keep it from happening to the chillins. All right, Rumble, what's wrong with you today? Rumble's having a trouble. Let's try that. There it goes. All right. My problem. My computer's problem or whatever it is. Okay. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm going to do my plugs real fast. Of course, 451 Actual, my metal man. Space Pirate Yvonne. Might want to go see a doctor about that. He plays metal-based rap, hip hop, and of course all the memes your balls can handle, according to some guy from Maine. Of course, Pastor Chatelet and the Pond, and of course usually if Pastor Chatelet's here, that means the Pond is here too. Welcome everyone from the Pond. Don't forget to drop by real quick just so I can get your number. And a fire would be awesome too. And of course, share. Either way, it's good that people hear it. Space Pirate Yvonne says, yes, Dr. Love. Okay. You're starting to make me wonder if you've been to Mexico lately. Red Dawn Radio, The Drunken Rocky, which is, of course, right after our show tonight, my show tonight. I am at the Pond, too. Yes, thank you. All right. Ray Noth, DJ Bass, Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, America Floats, Tom, I just was listening to him a little while ago. 2 Minutes to Midnight, Magical Trevor, who went viral, and every once in a while still being used. People are still talking about that latest one with Biden falling down at the academy, the military academy or whatever like that. So we're proud of him for that one. Reverend Rant, who now does the Boiling Point Live. Some guy from Maine, like I said before. And, of course, Rougarou, not me, B, and Town for the schedule. The Pureblood TV Guide schedule. And why don't I ever talk about Dr. Natas's on at the same time here now too. He only spends an hour. I don't know what he does on his hour. I don't get a chance to look at it. Yeah, that's too bad about that. We'll be talking about that tonight. Actually, there's a lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Hopefully, you guys will help me with that. Let's see. Don't forget to help out our very own Amaz Memes. Is her GoFundMe still on here? I've seen a couple of things flashing. He does not read the chat. That's all. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, some people don't do that. So I have trouble keeping up with it sometimes. Yes, we have. That's because we have the light, Pastor Chatelet. We do. All right. The schedule, like I say, the TV guide for the Pureblood TV. It looks like it's getting larger and larger, and of course this is one of those things that if you don't see one of your favorite streamers on at the time, you can go to this and discover someone else perhaps. Okay. Don't forget to help out. Okay, Amaz Memes, how's she doing? Has anybody got any? I haven't seen any news on her, and I don't see her GoFundMe popping up on here anymore. Okay. Somebody want to tell me what's going on? No? Okay. Well, as I say, if you can find it, at least share her GoFundMe. And the doctors and money can only do so much. Keep praying for her and her family, because only God can heal. All right. Don't forget all the convenient ways there are to support my channel. Of course, share, share, share. That's the most important thing. Tweet me out. Facebook me out, whatever like that. Get your friends to listen to me. Because I can do that, but you know what? People will actually listen to you. You know, if I say, hey, come listen to my show. I can't even get my family half the time to come listen to my show. And I remind them of it constantly. And they're never here. But that's okay. But if they were to go out and tell somebody, hey, yeah, you know, I listen to this person over here. You should listen to them too. That's why I say people will listen to you. They don't listen to me. So if you like my work, share it so that we can get more people calling in and exercising their First Amendment rights. It's important. Very, very, very important. Raised $2,800 for Amaz Memes last Saturday. Very thankful for everyone's generosity. Hey, that's great. Fantastic. I was actually thinking about... hang on a second. Let me go back to this. Sparky, welcome. You're not that late. I was actually thinking about what I could do with this. I kind of would like to auction it off. I want to either, and I might actually do both. But this is something that my sister left to me. We finally went through all of her stuff. That was hard to do, but this is mine. But I would like to auction it off. And actually, to be honest with you, who was it? Rocky. Drunken Rocky had the idea to have people just put money in, and whoever paid the highest amount throughout like a 2-hour show or something like that would win it. And the proceeds would go to well, I split the proceeds with the women's shelter out here, but actually I could split between that and Amaz Memes. I'll have to decide when I want to try to do that though, because I have to, it's one of the, you know how slow I am about this stuff. And you also know that things, I don't just do this stuff. I plan it out and write it down and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I was thinking about doing it this Saturday, but I'm taking my husband to see his kids. So, guys, if you got any kind of idea, limited access, welcome to the show. And Sparky, you know, I don't mind if you're late. I'm not like a teacher or anything like that. Go fund me. There you go. There you go. Space Pirate Yvonne just shared that. Would you mind doing that on the other sites too? I appreciate that if you can find them. Yes, help out Amma's Memes. She is one of our meme lords who actually volunteers a lot of her time and resources to help other people improve their memes as well. All right. And of course, like I said, don't forget all the convenient ways to support my channel. Share, share, share. That's the main point. You never know if somebody will move somebody else to do good. You know, the smallest little mustard seed of faith is what gets you there, right? And then, of course, I've got PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi, which comes highly recommended by Pastor Chatelet, which also has a monthly membership thing. I don't have any exclusive stuff, but it's a way to keep me tipped if you can't be around sometimes or stuff like that. You know, shit happens. Life happens. You know, making plans and stuff, and then God laughs at you. That's, you know. Thank you, Space Pirate Yvonne. You're the best. All right. There also has a monthly option or super chats here on Odysee and on Rumble Rants. And all my links and everything like that are below. And you can also scan my Cash App there. Let's see. Every little bit's appreciated. They also got library coin on the Odysee as well. It's hard for me to remember all of that stuff because I'm more interested in getting my voice out there and people's voices out there. All right. Let's see. And of course, any and all support is appreciated. It's all put right back into this endeavor that I'm doing here. My goal is to improve and, of course, to also do longer so people have longer amounts of times to call in as well. I'm pretty sure that there's a whole lot of people that are watching a whole lot of other things at this point. They don't even know about me yet, so. All right. We're the ones that keep the things running, so we should be the ones talking. Don't give up your right to speech by just keeping your mouth shut. It's important. All right, I'm going to show you two little things before I open the phone lines. Again, I don't want to say that I'm like a fangirl of this person. He just interests me a lot, and he's brought across my streams a lot now. I don't know, it's probably the algorithm because I have been watching him, and I do look for some of his stuff. But it's really kind of weird, too. Sometimes I'll have a question in my head, and I'll be sitting here silently thinking about something, and all of a sudden something like this will come across my feed, and it's like, oh, thanks, that's the answer I needed for that. So, and I thought this was rather based and relevant to what's going on right now too. You guys will get a kick out of this one. Don't forget, this is Mamari Emmanuel from Australia.
No one is wiser than Jesus Christ of Nazareth. No one can stop the plan of Jesus Christ, who is God revealed in the flesh.
Sorry.
No one. The Lord allowed Biden to be the president. You know why? Because he's saying to the people of America, just like you have forgotten my name in recent years, I have given you a president that forgets his own name.
Hey, who's to say he's wrong? Okay, so this was something that came across my feed too that I thought was beautiful, I guess you could say. Everybody's going to recognize the music, of course. And of course, I believe this chick has an incredible voice myself, as far as that goes, as a fellow vocalist. But this looks like ASL. You can tell me if it's not, but it's beautiful. Just check it out.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
That was pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Sergeant Tripod, welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. It doesn't look like I've missed anybody so far. Don't forget to share. Hal, welcome to the show. I'm just making sure everybody's here. All right, share. 3 people on YouTube. Nobody's talking to me yet, but that's okay. Welcome to the show. If you want to listen, that's just fine and dandy. I'd rather have you call in and talk, and I am. Where is it? There it is. Opening the phone lines now. All right. Latest news, of course. Let's see. Actually, I haven't heard anybody actually talk about this. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about the Hunter Biden thing. I'm going to talk about what else? I got lots of stuff to talk about. Oh, I'm going to respond to a interview from the nuns of whatever that is out there in California, the Dodger Stadium or something like that. I saw an interview that just particularly pissed me off a little bit. But I'll show it to you and I'll respond to it and show you why. Like I say, I got lots of stuff to talk about. Hopefully you guys got lots of stuff to talk about too. So appreciate everybody being here. All right, first I wanted to cover this because I haven't seen anybody else cover it. According to the Daily Caller, Disney's top DEI officer departs company amid conservative backlash report. Now, I don't know how much of that is correct. The DEI officer, notice how they carefully put those letters in that order, because that's not what it means. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same one that was on that Zoom call that was talking about the not-so-secret agenda. Why anybody would admit that, I'll never know. Wow, phone call already. Greetings, you're on the air.
I'm on the air.
You're on the air. This sounds like Space Pirate Yvonne.
It is.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, LDGddss?
I'm fantastic. I'm even better now.
Oh, that's fantastic. You were mentioning Ames earlier. Yeah, we had a nice fundraiser for her the other night. Just want to get on and thank everybody who participated. It's real nice to be able to organize something and make a positive change in the world for someone.
Well, I hope that helped out a whole lot. I guess I missed it. I'm not here as often as a lot of you guys are. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay. The replay's obviously unpilled, but the ultimate result is that we all got together as a community, and we helped someone that was in need. This is what we need to do. We need to help people.
Yep.
So you're going to go on about this DEI bitch, huh?
I'm going. Well, I was just going to. This is part of what my title was today, but this was something that nobody was talking about. But I think it's another win for us. Or at least it's another win for us not having to deal with that in our face all the time. It's not necessary.
No. See that's where you're mistaken. Okay, it's not a win for us. It's a loss for them. The fact is that the position that she occupied is still present, and someone else will be hired to occupy that position, and will presumably make very similar choices. So, while it's not a win for us, it's definitely a loss for Disney.
Okay.
And
I don't know if that's the case. If it's that easy to replace them, then it's not that much of a loss.
I'm sorry. Can you please read to me her job title again?
Let's see. She says it's a top diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI officer is parting Disney. Okay. And let's see. Latondra Newton.
Vice President as well.
Latondra
Senior
Newton.
Vice President as well. And you know what? Just ask yourself what you just said and whether those people are a dime a dozen.
Well, that's what I just said. It's probably not that much of a loss if they can replace her that easily.
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That we shouldn't count this as a win. This is much like Bud Light going, oh, well, we won't apologize for anything that we've done, but we'll fire a couple of people and then go full board gay on us all. It's not a win. It's not a loss. It's them trying to give us a perceived win.
I see.
It's like Schiff getting censured, I believe is the word.
Yeah.
What's that mean to him? An extra book deal. That's what it means to him. It's not a fucking win.
No telling.
It's not a loss. It's a little bit of a loss for them, but it's not a fucking win.
Okay.
There'll be no accountability with Disney. There will be no accountability with Bud Light. There will be no accountability in the House of Representatives.
Is there ever?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well, let's hold out some hope. Don't be blackpilled on us.
Oh, I'm not blackpilled in the least bit.
Okay.
The very fact that we're being thrown these fake wins literally means that all of our efforts are effective.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah. Make no mistake about it. We're winning. Just don't take the fucking cookie from the guy in the fucking free candy van, because that's Congress.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've never trusted any of these people. And again, it's a good thing. Like I say, you've done exactly what I'm asking my audience to do. When I start some kind of a topic, call in and talk about it, or talk about something else. That's exactly what I want you to do. And I appreciate you calling.
Oh, no problem, Laura. You ever get that video card installed or what?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever get that video card installed?
Not yet. I still haven't had a chance to do that. We've there's been I can't even begin to describe how busy we've been. Plus, we also were in an automobile accident not too long ago. Everybody's okay and everything like that, but it's just been extremely chaotic. But I did get all of the memory in there.
You definitely don't look injured.
No, I'm not injured. Just my vehicle was injured, but I also had.
Tell me again about the excuse for the thing that's sitting in your room that you're refusing to plug into your PC.
I'm not refusing to.
Yep. Refusing to.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Take your time.
No, actually, we weren't injured. My vehicle was injured, but I'm dealing with someone that
Gotcha.
not.
So it costs money to put that graphics card in.
I'm sorry. No, I don't think so.
Right. Oh, my mistake. I thought there was something that was actually blocking you from doing it.
I didn't say it was blocking me. I've just been.
Heck, rip the video card out right now.
Just been busy. I'm not doing that.
All right, but
all right.
Here's a tip for you.
I was gonna say I'm a boomer about this stuff, but I'm not that big of a boomer. I know better.
Here's a tip for you and all of the viewers. In Windows 8 and above, if your video messes up, like seems to freeze, and you're like your monitors are all fucked up, you think it's maybe your graphics driver. You can press Control, Shift, Windows, and the B key, and it will reset your video driver.
Nice.
I mean, this has taken out Raynaud several times, Salty at least twice. It took you out a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it used to before
Control,
I changed
Windows.
the memory and everything like that. I just need the thing I'm doing now is to upgrade the video card so that I can add another stream. Right now I'm pushed to the very point.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you don't understand how that works, but that's okay.
Okay. Told you. But I know better than to pull it out while I'm doing this. I'd have to turn it off first.
You could plug the new one in if you had an extra slot, and that would be just fine.
Oh, I don't have
one. But, switching the power cables and whatnot, probably not the best idea. However,
I'm one of those people that when I start something, I'd like to be able to finish it. So.
yes. When I start fucking, I like to come.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm sorry.
I was going to say that's actually typical, though. Too, I quite believe. And for both male and female, I do believe.
I mean, that's what I heard.
Oh, that's what he heard. Your audience, do you believe that?
Here's what I heard. And also, if you shake it more than twice, you're jerking off.
Ah, okay. That's during whiz time, yes.
Is there a female equivalent of that? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I mean, the sandpaper, toilet paper would have to be awfully pleasurable. So yeah, I'm guessing not. Fair enough.
I'll try and come up with something now that you've given me the idea. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I run it by the old man, he'll probably come up with something pretty funny.
I think that would be true. I think so. So anyway, I don't want to hog up the line. If there's something you want to talk about, I'll be happy to talk about it. Stay on, or let you go. Be a little bit of color commentary if you want.
Oh,
that's up to you, Laura.
Whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you were actually talking about as far as Adam Schiff getting censured.
Yeah.
I was gonna show some of the video and stuff about that. They seem actually the Democrats seem rather proud of it, and the Republicans seem rather proud of it, and the Democrats have been kind of booing. Of course. I did a video about phonies not too long ago, and there's actually a congressman that I follow, I believe, on Instagram. I forget what his name is and everything like that. But I featured him in that video, and he mentioned something to the effect that as long as there's cameras in the room, these assholes are going to act out.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much...
So a lot of this shit that we're seeing, especially if they know there are cameras in the room, is bullshit. It's acting.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do I need to rewind a little bit? Everyone that you see on TV is an actor.
Yeah.
Whether they were elected or not. There's just different levels of acting. And
I don't know whose TV I'm on, but I guess I better... Acting! Remember that guy from Saturday Night Live? He was pretty funny. I was acting.
I was
acting.
No. But,
let's see who we got. Waffle Salter, welcome to the show.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
We're here to pump you up.
Actually, now that you mention him, I've got a report on him as well today. I don't know how many people have heard about this either. Of course, nobody watches CNN, and the guy that left, I don't even remember his name now. I'll have to pull it up to see it. Huh?
Tucker Carlson?
No, the guy that left Fox to go to CNN. What the hell was his name? The little nerdy guy with the glasses.
Maggie McFaggerson?
Maybe.
I heard everything you said, but that's what came into my brain. So I mean, you said what you said, but here's what I heard: Faggy McFaggerson.
Okay.
Moved from Fox to CNN.
I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody knows who I'm talking about. Remembers who I'm talking about.
Nobody knows who you're talking about.
Well, I'll show it here in a little bit when we're speaking. Since we were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. His dad was a Nazi.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, why you got to single him out?
Rocky. You'll see when I you'll see when I cover it.
Take a look at Voldemort's Zolnigger.
Mr. Tizo.
Zelensky.
Rocky.
All of their fathers were Nazis.
Anger bang. Making sure I'm
the funny part is
catching everybody in the chat.
All the white supremacists that I know, they're like, I'm not really a Nazi, but yeah, no, I don't see myself as a Nazi. And all the people that they call Nazis, you know who they are? It's Rougarou. It's toast. limited access.
Look out! Look out!
Anger, bang. Hal, obviously.
Badass Brad Allen.
I mean, for fuck's sake, the Drunken Rocky is the only one who's not a Nazi, but he is a Nazi collaborator.
Okay. Don't forget to share, everybody. I'm getting lots of looks on some of these places. I'm getting better than I usually am. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. That's the best way to support the channel. And, of course, you know the other ways. All the links are below. I've got Space Pirate Yvonne on with me right at the moment.
Never heard of him.
Me neither.
Sounds like some asshole. I don't know.
Yar!
As long as I'm not in space, I can relax. Do you actually know where my name came from?
No.
So,
I mean, Space Pirates, is that the movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's actually from Burning Man.
Ah, okay.
We had a community in a local group that were called the Space Pirates. And obviously my name's Yvonne.
Yvonne, yes.
So the way we got the name was because we would show up to a place, a venue, where there was, the equivalent of a rave, but, less hippies, and people took showers. And we would be like assigned a room, and we would take that space and pirate it into our own designs.
Uh-huh.
So we would take a space and pirate it, and whatever the rest of the theme that the rest of the fucking party was, then we're like, fuck that, this is our theme over here. So we became known as the Space Pirates.
Did you see what Drunken Rocky posted? Shame on you, Drunken Rocky. This man helps you out. He's a saint.
No, I'm not. Don't lie to the people. Oh, my God. Yeah, my name's Gay. You're right.
I can make you blush. I love that. That's great. Anyway. I'd forgotten you were a Burning Man dude.
Yeah.
I've never been there. Never been there.
Just imagine all of the aides from San Francisco, New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles, all conglomerated in the Nevada desert. But on the plus side, there were scantily clad, naked, quote-unquote chicks. Assume they were chicks.
Well, that's good for you.
Some of them weren't.
Some of them weren't scantily clad.
That's a whole fucking different story.
Or some of them weren't good looking.
No, they were chicks. They were dudes with tits.
Ah, they've infiltrated that too. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's actually the breeding ground for this nasty ass bullshit.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, it's too bad, and it's not, because there it was like everybody just fucking let the freak flag fly. Do what you want. Just don't push your shit on anybody.
Rougarou says it looks like Mardi Gras in the desert. Well,
no.
One of the things about
Mardi Gras has much less sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Oh, you haven't been to the places I've been at during Mardi Gras.
I think you're mistaken, lady.
Well, I was a local there for quite a while.
You ever been to the Orgy Dome at Burning Man?
No, and that's not something I probably would go to.
And neither have I, but I've heard the story.
Yeah, how do you know about it then? And why would you ask me if I've ever been there? You want me to tell you what it's like? Is that it?
Right. Well, I have a lot of gay friends, and they're like, yeah, I just want my dick sucked. And so I would head over to the Orgy Dome, and I banged out whatever. And got my rocks off, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go get some ice. I'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I like I say, you can. Well, it used to be Mardi Gras that you get on Bourbon Street during several times of the day and night, and you could just lift your feet up, and they would like transport you around. There's no, you'd have to really, really push yourself through. I couldn't believe the people that would shove themselves in between those buildings. However, once you got to a certain street, I forgot the name of the street, but it starts And I'm sure Rougarou will recognize the name of this place. It starts right there where the Clover Grill is.
Clover Street?
No, I don't think it's called Clover Street, but it's the Clover Grill. Now,
Broadway?
they got some of the best hamburgers I've ever put my mouth
Second
on.
Street?
I don't remember the street. It's on
No, no,
it's
I'm
off
just
of
looking
it's
at-
on
I'm just
Bourbon.
looking at the
It's
top,
on Bourbon,
like,
but
five names
I
of
forget the cross street. Anyway, they've got the best hubcap burger that you've ever tasted in your life. Their food is delicious. They sing. It's run by a lot of gay guys and everything like that, and they sing to you, and they have the Donna Summer playing and everything like that. But their food is awesome. It's great drunk food too.
Oh, yeah.
But right about that area where that particular place is where the gay actual section of Bourbon Street starts. And right across the street from that place is a nightclub. I don't know what they call it now. It's changed its name so many damn times. But you look up on the balcony, and there's guys literally, that's like an orgy up there. And the balcony is just
Where's the titty for beat exchange?
everywhere.
Oh,
Parades,
yeah.
balconies, everywhere.
Yeah. Very much like Burning Man, but without the beads.
Okay.
Plenty of titties.
So yeah, I was gonna say that's and I gotta be honest with you, that's the only, even during the Decadence Fest down there in the French Quarter, that's the only people I ever saw doing stuff like that in
Well, yeah,
public.
we actually have a French Quarter. We had a French Quarter every year at Burning Man. It was literally people that came from New Orleans. They actually set up.
Is that what it's called now, Rougarou? Cafe Lafitte in Exile? You know exactly right. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's it right there. Notice he didn't show the balcony.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like about 7:30 in the morning, so I'm pretty sure the titties up top will be haggard at best.
Well, they don't allow that. They usually don't allow that anytime other than Mardi
They don't
Gras.
allow
And you
old
have to
people
be
tits?
careful during Mardi Gras, too.
Wait. They don't allow old people to show their tits?
Oh, yeah, they do. Just not during any
No.
time other than Mardi Gras. Usually. I don't know. I haven't lived there for almost 20 years now, so I don't know anymore. Rougarou could tell you more than I could. He still lives around there. 451 Actual, welcome to the show. There's my metal man. Mwah. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to share, everybody. Oops, you missed Rougarou.
Heck, you got more viewers on all your platforms, and I'm completely sure it's only because of me.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Completely sure.
I wouldn't doubt it. You've got that really low voice. Everybody likes that. Everybody likes that low voice. You're lulling everyone into the platforms.
I want to lull them into hearing what you heard as opposed to thinking for themselves and hearing what they heard.
Okay. Ivan, one of the best sandwich shops in NOLA is the Streetcar Cafe. Yeah, they actually have some really the food. I do miss the food there.
Who's he talking to?
You, Town. Welcome to the show. I watched part of your show
say?
tonight. What's that?
Said, how's my name pronounced?
He has it in all caps.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Ivan. I was gonna tell everybody it's Yvonne, unless you're salty or a hick. Ivan.
Yeah. Actually, it's pretty much anybody. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't care, man. Actually, like you say, when it's in all caps, it looks like Ivan. Ivan.
That's a strong Russian name. That's a strong Russian name.
Yvonne.
I mean, Yvonne sounds
strong
like
like tractor.
Yeah, no kidding. So, did you hear about the submarine that looked like a pocket pussy?
Yeah, I was going to cover some of that too. In fact, that seemed after reading about it and looking at the video, and actually I was going to show a video about that too. Paul Joseph Watson put a thing together about how actually unsafe this thing was. One of the newscasters said that everything looked really improvised. The guy was talking about buying shit from fucking a trailer or what is it, an RV Mart or something. What the hell?
RV Mart. Yep.
What the hell?
All right. So let me help you out. Let me explain this whole situation to you. Do you remember back in, like, I don't know, what was it, 1915, 16, when the Titanic sank?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember they had a sister ship, the Lusitania, right?
Okay. I thought it was called something else.
Ships, right?
I thought it was called something else.
Yeah, they didn't have two ships.
They didn't have two ships?
No.
Okay.
It's revisionist history.
Well, supposedly they built
they sank a ship in 1915 to kill a bunch of billionaires who were opposed to the Federal Reserve. Uh-huh. And then they ushered in the Federal Reserve, and now there's another billionaire who's like, yeah, look, they bought this moon landing, so they're definitely going to buy that. I'm using a pocket pussy-shaped submarine to go visit the wreck of the quote-unquote Titanic. It's actually the fucking Lusitania.
Okay.
It's, yeah, look at what they used. They used Windows 95 computers with a knockoff Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to that too. Like I say, they used... I still was having trouble getting over the stuff from the RV Mart. I'm thinking to myself, how in the world is that even seaworthy, much less under that much pressure? It's 2 miles under the sea.
Hey, that's your white supremacy, Sean, right there. You're 50-year-old boring person, who's done this shit before, showing. Because that's who they wouldn't fucking hire, was experienced pilots.
Yeah, well, I'm not even really that experienced, but I know that you get fathoms under the sea, and the more water you go under, the more pressure there is. And this thing looked like. Actually, you're not kidding about now that I'm looking at it on this thing here. You're not kidding. It actually does look like a giant sex toy for men.
Yes, it does. Now, here's the fun part. Now, here's the fun part. When was it reported missing?
I've heard everywhere from Friday to Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Let's assume Sunday, right?
Sunday. Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and let's assume the latest date that we've both heard it being announced that it was missing. Mm-hmm. Sunday. The U.S. Navy has information about the fact that it imploded undersea from Sunday.
Yeah, I'm looking at Oomtown just sent me this link to this tweet. It says, breaking from Nick Sorter, a top secret U.S. Navy acoustic detection system first picked up on the Titan submersible implosion just hours after the sub began its mission on Sunday. Okay, officials involved told WSJ. Almost immediately after the sub lost communication with its mothership, the Navy began listening in. Shortly thereafter, the United States system detected what it suspected was the sound of an implosion near the debris site, which was discovered on Thursday. So they already knew they were gone. I guess they were trying to give the family hope or whatever like that. I can't imagine why they would lie about all this stuff.
Stop. They saved it for when the Hunter Biden information just came out.
Oh yeah, I actually have the copy or two of.
Right?
Well, I wasn't able to download it, but I have the copy of the report, that 900-page report or the 669-page report or something like that of all the stuff that was on the all the stuff that was on the laptop.
Yeah, you mean the the Marco Polo report?
Yeah, the Marco Polo report. In fact, I actually went through with Pastor Chatelet, and he checked it out for me too.
Yeah, let's ignore that for the sake of this conversation because it's kind of irrelevant. And the fact is that every single time there's something that's damning that comes out in one direction, there seems to be a misdirection.
Well, whatever it was that they did, it sure didn't match with anything that everybody's been saying. That's for sure.
All right, now let's think about this again. is a billionaire, right? Billionaire is doing this, right?
Yeah.
The billionaire hires woke people to design what looks like a sex toy with RV World parts, refuses to do QA on it, and then takes it down to visit the wreck of the Lusitania, not the fucking Titanic, the wreck of the Lusitania, and oh no, it implodes. All right, let me tell you another story. In 1960, JFK said, we will get to the moon by the end of this decade, and then proceeded to hire Stanley Kubrick. And sure as hell looked like we got there. I'm filing this entire submarine fucking pocket pussy piece of shit with Windows 95 run by joysticks in the same category as we landed on the moon in 1967. Bullshit.
Well, there was a lot of people that actually did mention, they could have just as easily, since there was like no windows in the damn thing, they could have just as easily went down a couple of feet, pretended to, with video footage or whatever like that. They could probably even do it with AI now, and these guys be down there for a couple of hours and then came right back up. But I can't believe they went that far down and did that. But with the people that were on there as well, one of them they claim was a giant Trump supporter or whatever like that. So a lot of people are rejoicing that. But they were all millionaires. A lot of people are going, man, $250,000 for a bathtub ride, essentially. Actually, what did I call it? It literally was a prototype of a very non-seaworthy drone, if you will. If you, it was a toy. It was literally a freaking toy. And I'm still having problems thinking that they built a lot of this shit with RV parts, for fuck's sake.
No, actually, okay. So the RV parts thing is a swerve. The parts that they need in general are available at RV World. The RVs deal with high pressure, valves, knobs, levers, pumps. So RV World has a lot of the things that if I were chosen to build this craft, I could source there. The amusing part that we're led to believe is that
okay, wait. You say you could source there, but would you?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. If I'm not fucking NASA and I don't have an extra $25 billion to invent a better toilet.
Oh, see, that's just it. He had that, and it sounds to me like he had a bunch of donors and $250,000 a trip. Come on, man. He had that. He didn't have to cut those corners.
You do realize that he promised this to at least 50 additional people, made them pay, and hasn't come through.
That's what I'm saying. He had that money. He didn't have to go. He didn't have to cheap out like that.
Oh my God, you're missing my point.
I usually do. Thank goodness.
It's a billionaire. Would a billionaire fake his death for $5 billion?
Probably. I don't know. It depends on how bad of money demon he has. If he's already a billionaire,
I really don't think it matters if everybody's coming for him for molesting children.
Oh, now where did this come in from? Zoot Suit, welcome to the show, man.
He's a billionaire. I mean, that's where it came from.
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, now I didn't see that mentioned anywhere about anything. The main thing that everybody kept talking about was the fact that they found out who they donated to once.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. So there was a Trump supporter on there who was obviously at least a multi-dozen millionaire.
Actually, I don't know that much about them.
Yeah, actually, I'm telling you.
Okay. The
And
was
there
it
then
the
there was this
was it the
billionaire
Indian guy that they're
who-
not talking about, and his son? I'm sorry if he's not Indian. I'm sorry. I don't know what. Nobody's told me what he was, but they're not talking about him that much, which means he ain't white.
I'm sorry, we're still talking about people that went down looking for the Titanic, or I'm sorry, the Lusitania.
Yeah.
There's Indians on there?
I don't know what his nationality was. All I know is he's not white.
Well, where'd you fucking come up with that?
Because they're not talking about him at all.
So you're saying it was black?
The guy and his son.
How many black millionaires do we know?
I don't know. He wasn't from America.
Million?
I think he was Indian. Or Asian or something like that. He was from the Middle East or the East somewhere.
Okay, so Middle Eastern I can believe.
He might have been Mediterranean. I don't know. Him and his son.
Oh, yeah, they both died. I'm sorry. They're both presumed dead. But they're fucking dead. They were dead on Sunday. The fact was that we're in an information war.
Yeah.
This happened either on purpose or on accident. I don't care. But it happened.
Sorry about that. 451 said, should have taken a plane. Oh, no, Brad Allen said that. Should have took a plane.
MH 487 or 486 or 47, whatever the fuck that was. Yeah, take that plane. The fact was that the powers that be in our government, the people that we have elected to represent us,
that's very questionable as well. But go ahead.
Look, I'm not trying to get into that aspect of the argument. I agree with you.
451 actual Pakistani they are. They were Pakistani.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Well, they deserved it then.
Shame on you.
Fuck them.
Skeletor, welcome. They were still God's children.
Was Osama bin Laden on that sub?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, like he fucking was killed.
Was he Pakistani?
No. Well, he was hiding in Pakistan. But the fact of the matter is that all of these details that we're talking about are the least relevant aspects of the entire story.
Okay.
The most relevant aspects of the story are there was an accident, whether it was on purpose or not. People died.
It can't be an accident if it's on purpose.
Our government knew about it on Sunday.
Sure.
Our government waited to say that they knew about it on Sunday until it was politically convenient.
Salty Savage. Yeah, well, that's what happens when the left has control of all of the media. Or most of the media.
You shut your dirty mouth with that shit. Because it's the same no matter who controls the fucking media. They're all using events to paint a picture.
1205, welcome.
Yeah, what's up, 1205? So, the important thing is that what we need to understand is that we are definitely in an information war, and whether this individual was killed or not, or these individuals were killed or not, whether it's an accident or not, is interesting. The fact that the information was known on Sunday that, we detected an implosion right where your fucking sub was supposed to be. And they held that until today. That's the fucking thing you have to pay attention to.
Yeah. Salty Al Bundy, welcome to the show. That's funny. Salty Savage says, shit in your pants is an accident. Yeah, exactly. So it's K-Tel Pakistaker. You guys make me laugh. Ivan trying to say, Ebtide says, Yvonne trying to say never let a tragedy go to waste in a long-winded story. Yeah, actually, that was what the conclusion I was going to come to, too. But I figured everybody would come to that because that's their normal state of everything. They always do the shit and point at everybody else.
Yes. And what we were just going through was a recitation of the irrelevancies.
Oh, that's a shame.
The thing that we need to focus upon is exactly that they're taking a tragedy, whether it's a tragedy or not. They're taking that tragedy, and they held it because they knew that something they were going to need to cover up with, and they released it then.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why they needed to do that so much. It was they made it out that they made this Hunter Biden thing to be out such a fucking nothing burger as it was.
Hunter gun charge.
Yeah, I know that, but they still made it out to be a nothing burger. Basically, he pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanors, and they didn't even bother with his gun charge or whatever it was.
No, my fucking God.
Everybody else would have been in jail for up to 15 years, according to.
You literally haven't been paying to the news for the past 4 hours?
Well, I've been trying, but actually I've been trying to get the show together.
Hold on. Oomtown, give me a link to the House Ways and Means releasing the WhatsApp conversation from Hunter Biden, from the whistleblowers in the IRS. We'll give it about 30, 35 seconds.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I thought those people were disappearing.
No, these are other whistleblowers.
Okay.
They already recorded their testimony.
All right. So now what's going to happen then?
Not, well, so
far it's been absolutely nothing.
It's pretty fucking breaking, right? As of 4 hours ago, this is literally 4 hours old news.
That's funny because
I guarantee you.
That's about the same time when they finally said that, oh, yep, it imploded. We found the cornerstone or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I just happened to catch that. I didn't know that anything else was going on at the time. Like I say, I was trying to get the show together. I have.
God damn it, Oomtown! What the fuck?
I don't think he's here anymore.
No, he's here. God damn it! I'm gonna have to visit the fire hose.
What is that? What is that, Pastor?
Lowers.
Is that them filling it with? Are they pulling a Nadler on stage there? Is that what that is? That looks like smeared poo. He's prepping for his show.
That's very confusing, but
I thought his show was before mine.
You know what this is? This is them sharding themselves in the underwater pocket pussy. I'm not even kidding a little bit. That's what it is. It's nasty. How dare you? All right, I'm looking it up.
All right. Talk to us over there on Rumble. Don't forget to all my links are below to support the channel. Also, too, share. Get more people on here. If someone starts calling through, I'll answer it. I can hang up on Yvonne. He'll understand.
Oh, God, I pray for such an event.
Well, I don't mean to keep you.
Idea.
I don't mean to keep you. It was a good conversation though about what's going on. That's the whole point of the show.
Okay, here it is. Where would you like the link?
On Odyssee's fine.
No, fuck it. Just Odyssey.
You did share. Tweak. Welcome, Tweak. I like Tweak.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Tweak's got some big balls.
There's no accounting for taste.
I was seeing it.
All right, pull this article up, if you would be so kind.
Okay. MSN. All right. Washington Examiner. Read in full. Hunter Biden IRS whistleblower's bombshell testimony. House Ways and Means Committee released documents Thursday regarding IRS whistleblower allegations involving the Hunter Biden investigation. 2 different IRS employees who worked directly on the tax evasion case of the president's son provided testimony to the committee alleging misconduct at the IRS and FBI. Now, are these not misdemeanors that they have already?
No.
That he's already?
It's
no.
Above
okay.
And beyond.
All right.
It's above and beyond.
Preferential treatment to Hunter Biden and Department of Justice interference. One of the IRS whistleblowers stepped forward publicly last month as Supervisory Special Agent Gary Shapey testified for about 6 hours to the House Ways and Means Committee staff. A second whistleblower, an IRS case agent, has not been identified but also provided testimony to the committee. Click here to read more from the... Okay. Is there more?
Yeah, there's a lot more. There was a whole press conference that was done by
Read
the
in
House
full.
Ways and
Okay,
Means
here we go.
Committee.
There we go. I got the Examiner.
House of Representative members.
Yeah, I got the Examiner up. And that's as far as it won't let me read any farther down than that. I meant, was there more to this article? Read the newly released transcripts.
There seems to be a video link right there at the fucking top of the screen, right?
Is that a video? Okay.
And then I see a play button. But since you're not using Jitsi, I can't see exactly what you're doing at the same time.
It doesn't want to play.
All right, it's playing now. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's not it. Forget it. I'll give you the summary. So, they've known since 2018 of the $5 million for Hunter Biden and the $5 million for the other Biden.
Yeah, well, now I heard somebody in Congress
trying to be as impartial as I can
mention that. He said, you guys have been working on this shit for 5 years, and this is... Oh, actually, somebody on CNN mentioned that. You guys have been working on this for 5 years and nothing?
Controlled opposition. It's controlled opposition.
Well...
That's what the controlled opposition is saying.
Well, that part still came out, though.
Yes. The fact is that the whistleblowers came out and they provided evidence saying that the senior leadership in the IRS essentially was stymieing their investigations into the Bidens.
Uh-huh.
They had
everybody seemed to be doing that for them.
And that the investigators for the IRS recommended 3 or 4 felony charges for tax-related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they recommended to the DOJ.
Right.
DOJ slow walked it, and they came out with he pled guilty to some things because they knew that these whistleblowers, they knew what the testimony already was.
Yeah.
So they're trying to confuse the issues.
As usual.
He already pled guilty to that. Stop talking about it.
Exactly. That's why I asked that.
This is not the same thing. So that just came out right before the announcement of the submarine being known as of Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Information war. Pay attention more to the timed release than what they want you to look at.
Well, now, if I'd have known about this new information about that, see, I completely missed that part, so.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I do this. Because I'm not, I don't know a lot of this stuff, especially right before I do a show. I'm trying to get ready for a show, so I'm working on stuff that, and you know how fast shit happens. But I would have caught that if I'd have known about this second part here.
Hey, pardon me, Lord of Goddess?
Yes.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Actually, no, I don't. Do they still make that?
Yeah, they fucking make that. I got a shitload downstairs.
Okay. Tell Yvonne to ask you if you have any Grey Poupon. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, he didn't. I didn't have to ask him, Tweak.
See, I read the chat. I pay attention to what's going on, unlike America Floats.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll teach them.
I try to,
it's
too.
It's wonderful that you do.
I try to,
it's wonderful. Yeah, it's wonderful that you do, and you definitely do. It's just fantastic.
I try to pay attention. I don't want to miss anybody on here. I hope that someday it gets too busy. But I usually notice everybody. I notice when somebody's new in the chat, and I ask people to come over from the pond just to say hi, so I can get their numbers. Lizzie Long Toes, Lizzie Laser Toes, you changed your name. My famous friend,
Laser Toes.
My famous friend, Lizzie Laser Toes. Yep, I thought I was reading that wrong.
It was Lizzie Poker Toes yesterday.
You missed what he pointed out. He's pointing out that at the exact same time that they finally announced that the submarine imploded on Sunday about 2 hours after they went under, that there was 2 more whistleblowers from the IRS that basically were pointing out that the powers that be were slowing down the investigation, and he actually does have felonies on his taxes and stuff like that, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Some shit that would actually bring him down.
For the layman, you explained that correctly.
Okay. They actually came out with some shit that would actually bring him down at the same time as they announced the submarine thing. And the thing about it is they knew about the submarine thing since Sunday. The Navy had already called it, but they kept it.
Right before Trump was indicted on the document bullshit, they literally said, "Hey, Pence, you're good."
Rocky called me laser toes. That
Rocky
just puts a picture in my head.
Have you seen your toes? I've seen your toes.
That puts a picture in my head. You point your toes. Pew, pew, pew. You have lasers coming out of him.
Look, not for nothing, she can turn a door handle with her toes.
Look out. Well, I can pick stuff up with my toes. I'm so tall, it's hard to bend over sometimes. So I learned how to grab things with my feet. Actually, my great-grandmother kind of scared me into doing that, too.
Let's roll back the geriatric aspect of this. Because, yeah, we're old.
No, I said I'm tall.
Yeah, but we're also
I'm tall, and bending over has always been hard for me. I'm 6 foot tall. But my great-grandmother actually scared me into learning how to use my toes for stuff, too. She goes, what happens if you ever lose your arms? She would always do it. What happened? What would you do if you went blind? What would you do if you went deaf? So she would actually train me and stuff in case that ever happened.
Laura, in the Odysee chat,
yeah,
Mr. Tizo posted the damning WhatsApp message.
Okay.
From Hunter Biden to Chi-Coms.
I'm sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Tell the director that I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand, and now means tonight. And Z, if I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang, or the chairman, I will make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction. I am sitting here waiting for the call with my father. And that looks like Hunter's picture on it down there. This is to Zhang.
Chi-Coms. China.
Yeah.
Saying, give me money now.
Zhang. Or else.
So this dropped right before they announced the submarine.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And I say submarine, like I say, the Apollo 11 moon landing. I put air quotes around both.
Ro Khanna was the only one that decided not to buy new nukes, etc. in recent vote on spending, the only Democrat to oppose it. I'm surprised. Maybe Jimmy Dore's finally getting to him. Because he complains about him constantly always voting exactly with the Democrats all the time. After talking about things like Medicare for all and everything like that. I still don't think he realizes that you have to pay for that. I think what he really wants is Medicaid for all. Medicare you have to pay for.
No. I think you're confusing the two.
Not really, because my husband is on Medicare, and in order to get a certain part of it, he has to pay for it.
Filthy communist pig citizen. You're not as important as the shit turds climbing across the border because they got full Medicaid.
That's what I said. That's why I say I think he means Medicaid other than Medicare. My husband is on Medicare, and for certain parts of it, he has to pay for it.
Wait, who said Medicaid? Medicare.
Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore's always screaming about Medicare for
Jimmy
all.
Dore.
That's why I say I think he's incorrect about that because I think he means Medicaid.
I think he's an asshole, and I don't give a fuck what he says. I mean, I'm going to be right up front with that. Anybody that we're allowed to see that is not being attacked by the mainstream media, and Jimmy's got a little bit of attacking on him.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Rokana is a yes man. No, well, that's what I say. That's what Jimmy Dore points out. Actually, Jimmy Dore, for a leftist, believe it or not, he, other than a few things, he believes the same things we do. No war. In fact, he actually complains more about the Democrats, and he has taken up for Trump more than any leftist I've ever seen in the last couple of weeks, actually, believe it or not. Jimmy Dore's not, don't write him off. He's
I'm not writing him off.
He's seeing some of the same shit we're seeing. He's just not on the same side as we are, although he is in some cases.
Sounds to me like he's on the side of America, and so am I.
Sigh, blue-eyed. Jimmy Dore says he now hates the Democrats shit, but still suffers from fatal. I don't think so. He literally has, him and Stephanie both, every time something like this comes up, in fact, especially like for the Hunter Biden thing, it's like, here they want to do all of this shit to Trump, and they've got all of this stuff on Hunter Biden. All of this has been lies. He loves to make fun of Rachel Maddow, which I think is hilarious. And don't forget, he's a pothead comedian too, so... But
Jimmy Dore's pretty funny, and yeah, I like Jimmy Dore.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's showing that he can be your father's or grandfather's Democrat, one that would be like, no, this is best for the nation, and I don't care what party it is that I'm supposed to vote on the side of. If he's in line with that, I'm good with that kind of a person. I don't need, and I don't want people to agree with me. I don't want people to be just like, yeah, that's what we all agree with. No, I want everybody to fucking ask questions and to question every fucking aspect of their lives.
Indeed.
And hey, if you've got an implicit bias towards faggots and homos, I'm good with that. I have a bias towards faggots and homos. The fact that the pedophiles are hiding behind the faggots and homos and lesbians, I got a problem with that. And so
yeah, that's actually the problem that I have. And to be honest with you, I've been talking to some of those people, and I've been watching that too. The lesbians and the gays and the bis are wanting badly to divorce from the rest of them because they're even realizing, hey man, this is not what we wanted. This is not what we were about. And they're actually eating them too. I mean, look at the amount of people that are saying, hey, lesbians, you have to suck female dick. And it's like the lesbians are going, no, that's the whole point of being a lesbian. No dick.
Look, I decided carpet was better than cock. What are you trying? Jesus Christ, now I'm back to cock? Or am I kicked out of my own movement?
That's why I say they're literally erasing everyone, all females. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. That's the problem that I have with the movement.
Every single liberal female in the world today.
What's that?
I blame every single liberal female woman in the world today.
Yeah.
You are all failures. You have failed the human race. Shame on you.
Well, they are, and the thing, here's the weirdest part about that. By doing the things that they're doing, they're literally unbreeding themselves out of existence.
Right.
And that's probably one of the reasons why they're going after our children. Although if they castrate or make it to where kids can't have kids anymore, that's just, I say, that it's just going to keep going, and there's not going to be any of them left anymore.
It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world.
That's why they want everybody else to be that way. And it's like, we accept you, but I'm not, put it this way, my father says I'm not allowed to play with you. Bottom line. Cool. Bottom line.
Yep. Good men.
All right, you do.
Boundaries.
Yes, well, my father. I'm talking about my boss, my father, my everything, our everything, the man who calls us to him every day.
Okay,
But that's
fine.
why I say my father
You want to get all religious on me
doesn't
on
let
bullshit?
me play with
Fine,
you.
let's go
No, no, God and religion, you need to separate those two. They have nothing to do with each other.
there. Thank you. I agree with that completely.
That's why I say my father says I can't play with you. You do what you
Okay.
want, and I'm not. You know, you're a human being.
let-
I'm commanded to love you, but I
let's go
don't
with
have
my
to
Lord
participate, and I'm not
Savior.
allowed to participate.
Because, I mean, your father sounds like your dad.
He is.
Oh, my God.
He is our dad.
Seriously? Jesus Christ is your dad?
He's our father. Jesus Christ is God in human.
Wait. Don't make me get into this whole cis biological bullshit.
What?
Your biological father was your father. Your spiritual father is whomever you feel is appropriate. There's a difference.
Right.
It bothers me that people are substituting one for the other.
No.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I am commanded to love God more than my
I don't care what your
father.
opinion is, Laura.
What's
I'm
that?
explaining my opinion.
Okay.
I don't care what your opinion is. I'm explaining my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. My father, he passed a few years back.
That's a good one, Waffle.
That was my father. The person who I believe is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He's not my father, biologically. And the fact that I have to make that qualification shows you how far this fucking world has sunk.
Oh, I'm not talking. I never said that once. But God is our Father. He is our heavenly Father. He is our Father's
thank you.
Father.
Yeah. It just bothers me the fact that I even consider the differentiation between your biological father and your spiritual father.
Well, that's on you.
That's how,
I never
that's
said
how-
anything
well,
about my biological father.
Agreed. That's how much this world is affecting even people like me.
Well, that's why you cling to the Father, and that's why I tell people my father won't let me play with you. Because he won't. It's up to him.
But, hold on. You and I both know that you've played with a lot of faggots.
Probably, yes.
No, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm
wait.
saying we're all sinners. Well, in fact, Pastor Chatelet said it best to Adam the other day. He says you're a liar and a cheat because, and I know that because I'm the same. We're all us humans suck when it comes right down to it. Skeletor. I'm a Christian and I'm still a low-down rotten bastard. Yep, compared to the Christ,
Where's
yes.
Skeletor? The Skeletor in the chat.
Paulie! Big fat Paulie! Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. 1205. Adoption is as I am, yes. Trust in the sacrifice Christ made for you. Believe and receive his gift free to all of us. Yes, it is. That's true. That's very true.
I think I accidentally blocked Skeletor.
Why would you do that? He's cool.
No, he wasn't cool at that time. Skeletor, are you Skeletor 1969?
1969.
Because if that's who you are, then you're Fog, and you're fucking dead to me.
Nah, that's not. Skeletor's actually called me before. That's not Fog.
There's a Skeletor that I know that I've met in Jitsi and talked to that I'm cool with. And then there's a Skeletor 1969 who was Fog.
Well, it says 1969:3.
Oh my God, it's fucking. Hold on. I'll wait till I get a chance to have a chat with him.
Skeletor says, I know the Holy Spirit is inside me. It just leaves me sometimes. No, it never leaves you. You turn your back. It never leaves you. He never leaves you. He never will forsake you. You turn your back on him. It's not the other way around, son. Definitely not. Paulie, I'm most likely to be banned. Never! I love big fat Paulie.
All right, Paulie. Give me a second.
Never. Don't you dare ban Paulie.
Ban. Yeah, we're gonna,
I like to be different. Am I charging $4.99 a minute for what? Only if you guys want to pay it. You know where the links are. And I'm hometown. Thank you, Waffle Salter. Appreciate that. You get one of these. Thank you for the donation.
Hey, good looking out, Waffle Salter. But Paulie has been banned.
No.
You can see it in the Aussie chat.
I see that. Why did you do that?
Oh my God, you're fucking slow.
Yes, I am. I've told you. I've never not said that.
All right.
Oh, what a despicable pink fluff do. Okay, he's there. I am slow. Yes, the chats are faster than me. Okay.
Yeah, hey, fuck Super Trucker. Skeletor was definitely channeling the spirit of fog.
Super Trucker, welcome.
And, you know, whatevs, but, yeah, you got some explaining to do, Lucy.
So I told her you can unfollow me, but I can't.
What else did you have lined up for news?
That's bad. That's good, but that's bad. Choking on a bone doesn't sound like a good way to go. No, doesn't at all. In fact, there used to be an Ethiopian joke about that when we were in school.
Oh yeah. What was that joke? Oh, please tell me you remember it.
I hope I don't get.
Oh, God.
What
I fucking remember,
what
but I
looks
can't.
like this? They used to stretch their neck out like this. What looks like this? An Ethiopian with a chicken bone stuck in his neck.
Yeah, you got the side of your neck. What looks like this? An Ethiopian choking on a bone.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to choke on a bone.
Man,
Not for
we used to be able to have fun.
Not for very long, anyway. And only my husband's.
You know, after Hillary got there were a lot of Ethiopians choking on bones.
Right. Someone's calling. Someone's calling. It looks like someone's calling.
Oh, well, then pick up on them. You can drop on me if you need to.
Okay. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hey, all right. Well, I better shut off my speaker. Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing very well. We hung up on Yvonne, and now we have.
Well, he was pissing me the fuck off. Hey, Yvonne, fuck you. Just saying.
Well, what was he saying that was pissing you?
My lady, how does your garden grow?
Hello?
How's your garden going?
Go. Oh, pretty good, I guess. Actually, I had to finally download a plant identifier because for some dumb reason I thought I had something else in there.
You planted some things and you didn't mark them. Been there.
Well, actually, I didn't know what they were.
Year.
What happened was I had put some seeds to sprout in the window and they never sprouted. And so I just put some more seeds on top of them. When they finally sprouted, I transplanted them outside and I put the dirt that had the other seeds in them too. So these weird things started sprouting. So I went ahead and moved them to someplace else thinking that it was whatever it was that I put in there before. Yeah. It ended up being some kind of weed. And I was taking such good care of them. But I couldn't figure out what the hell they were.
I'm not planting them on the ground. I got containers. Although I have a volunteer that came up in a plant that I've been taking pictures of it, and I don't know what the hell it is. It's either a cucumber or a squash or
Salty Matt Jameson, welcome.
Something I don't even know, but I have learned now to make sure that I mark whatever the heck I'm putting out there because this and that and the other. All right, so I ended up starting a bunch of stuff in the aerial garden that went really well. and I took some of my tomato plants and my peppers and stuff, and I know what the peppers are. But the tomato plants, I planted 3 different varieties, and one of them's a determinant, which means it's a bush tomato. One of them's a semi-determinant, which, okay, I've never grew one of them before. And the other one is an indeterminate. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't know what I've got or what I gave to my kid because I didn't mark these things. Oh, well, next year I will know.
Okay. Well, that's good. I actually, like I say, I couldn't believe I was taking such good care of these, and I thought, well, what are these? Because I thought they were peppers, because I had originally put banana peppers in that little thing, and they never did sprout. So,
Sure.
And sometimes I have the weirdest thing. Sometimes I can get them to sprout on my window, and sometimes I can't. They won't sprout until I put them out in the actual dirt, out in the sun and stuff. It's weird. But I finally got the thing. I had to know what they were because it's like they were growing. It's like, this isn't like any peppers I'd ever seen. So I finally got the identifier on my phone, and they were pokeweeds.
Oh. All right. Well, I didn't send you no damn pokeweeds.
No, you didn't.
But I know. But what I did, I've done later on this year is I took like tea saucers and I put some seeds in them and I just kept them watered and covered for, I don't know, a week or so, and I made sure that they still had water and, you know, whatever, and a lot of them started sprouting, so I put them in containers now that you know, if whatever plants sprout, you know, and a lot of them are like lettuce and stuff that I'll be able to, you know, because I live in 4B, you know, so I'm way up north.
Right. Well, actually, that's why it surprised me.
So,
they're talking about peppers.
exactly.
Yeah, they're talking about peppers being hard to sprout. Actually, that's why I tried the banana peppers because I've actually never had any problems with banana peppers. So that's why I thought that's what those were. Thank you, Polly, for the donation. You get one of these. He says, this is how to pronounce Space Pirate Ivan. Space Pirate. What the hell is that? Dinosaur? Dinosaur van? I'm sorry.
He's just drinking. Give you know, he's a lonely guy. I miss him too. Wish he was up where I'm at because I kick his ass. But all right. So one of the things with my plants, excuse me, I'm still trying to get over this pneumonia. But one of the things that I did, like this last time, is I set a bunch of seeds in you know, the tea. All right, you have your little plates that you put your teacup in.
Yeah,
right? You know what
little
I'm talking
saucer.
about? All right. Right, your tea saucer. I put some of them in the tea saucer and put some water and made sure, covered them and stuff, and made sure for about a week that I kept them like hydrated and whatever. They started to sprout, and I today, hopefully they'll go. Today I put them in you know, when you go and get your plants from the seed, you know, your Walmart or wherever you get your plants, I save those things. I try to do
that too. In fact, that's why I say that's where I actually got the banana pepper seeds from, but they never did. They never did sprout.
Exactly. I mean, and save those containers. Don't just throw them away. Why would you throw them away? Because, I mean, that's kind of silly. you'll use them again. I mean, well, at least I will. Why would I throw those away? I threw some away 2 years ago, and I'm kicking my ass for doing it. But all right, whatever. So I took those seeds that were soaked, and they were either sprouting or, like, the basil seeds were, like, really strange. They were like, you know, they had like a gel around them or whatever, and you know, I planted them, and I put them in the little pot things, and I'm gonna try to get them to sting. Yeah, you know, I put it in that and put them in bags, and I've got them under a little light and like a dome, if you would, and I'm hoping that'll grow, and then I'm telling you what, y'all, I didn't want to pay a bunch of money for an aerial garden, but I love my aerial garden. I'm growing some more stuff in it. You know, during the winter, I'm going to try to grow some more, you know, tomatoes and stuff like that in it. And I would suggest that you learn how to do it and get a good one. Don't buy the cheap Chinese ones. I bought a cheap Chinese one, and I'm kind of like, well, we'll see on that one.
I like that, see. Mr. Tizo. Appreciate you making that for me. That's a cool. That's a cool GIF. How do I save that?
Well, right. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. But like I said, you know, the cheaper Chinese ones, you'll find them on Amazon. I'm trying to grow some lettuce in one of them, you know, and we'll see how it goes. But it's not as good as the more expensive aerial garden. That one, you can set it to different things like vegetables or herbs or tomatoes and stuff like that, and it will light it up when you need to light it up. You can set the timer on it for the time. You know, you can plan it at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go, hey, I want it to go from 9 o'clock till, you know, 16 hours later, whatever that is. But the cheap ones, you better plant them like right then, because you can't set everything like you would in aerial garden. Just saying. And everything that I proliferated from my aerial garden earlier this spring when I was sick and everything else, I mean, I managed to get some stuff done, is doing really super well.
Am I really buffering everywhere? It doesn't look like it.
I don't know. I'm on the phone with you, so I don't know, sweetie.
He says Space Pirate Event says I'm buffering on YouTube. It doesn't look like I am.
Well, because he's an asshole, and that's why he's buffering. Fuck you, SSPI. I love you. Fuck you. Anyways.
Damn, Yvonne, what did you do to her? Pick to bed, time to switch calls away from the tech guy.
Just like, oh, I want to just slap that bitch down. I love him, but I want to slap him like my little baby bitch. Anyhow.
He says, who are you again?
I'm learning a bunch of stuff about tomatoes and everything else, and because we don't have as many bugs going on right now, you might have to go out to your tomato plants and shake that the pollen so that they pollinate themselves. I also learned today, didn't even think about that. I have several different varieties of tomatoes, all growing in a really small area. My balcony, which is 7 foot by 4 foot, okay? Not super big. A lot of them. I've got, I don't know, 6, 8, 8 of them going. Didn't think about them cross-pollinating. I'm like, son of a bitch. Didn't even think about that. So I've got my little Buzzy Buzz from Aereo Garden, which is really cute. I'll have to send you a picture. It's a little Buzzy Buzz that, you know, you just hit the button and it goes zzz, and it shakes the pollen off of them. So
right.
I'm wiping the stuff off and whatever and trying to pollinate some, you know, trying to make sure that my flowers turn into fruit. We'll see. We'll see. Another thing that I want to tell people, because you know I am the proper girl, learn something about basil plants. I've had a really hard time with basil. When they get a certain height and whatnot, you got to top them. But you don't want to top them more than 1/3 of the plant. Another thing that people need to know about basil is that they like to be watered from below to suck up that water rather than having water dumped on the top of them. Just another thing to know. Hey, and good luck with your poppers this year, because it's going to be a hot one for anybody that lives in the United States. It's just going to be hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot already down here.
Hell yeah, it's like 90 degrees up here in South Dakota. What the fuck? It's got to be, what, 110 down there?
We had 104 on Sunday, and I haven't been outdoors since. So
in South Dakota, like, really?
Yeah, that's limited access there, Yvonne. Salty Al Bundy. That's funny. The memes with this oceanic thing are hilarious too. Everybody's saying, "Oh, shame on you, shame on you." But you know what? We make fun of everything.
Dude, you gotta pray
and everybody.
For
and like I say, after some of the stuff that I saw,
some people are dead, and pray for their families. Please,
that
people.
was bound to happen though. If they went all the way down there in that stupid little tin can, come on.
They're dead. They're dead. There's no way they're alive.
Also, I say, I'm not even an engineer of any kind or anything like that, but even I know you don't go down there, down 2 miles under the sea in a tin can with a game controller, for fuck's sake. Come on. Come on. In fact, even the news guy was like, did I make a mistake here? Like, one button. And of course, like I say, Paul Joseph Watson pulled up some of the people that he hired other than the experts that weren't inspiring enough. What the hell was that?
Oh my God. I mean, like, duh.
Well, here's the funniest part about that.
All right. They're the smartest, richest people on the planet.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I bet you any amount of money when they were, if they would have had to have done a search and rescue, an actual search and rescue, those were the guys that were probably gonna go looking for him.
Nobody was coming to get them, you know, because it's another distraction, and nobody. I mean, people care, but really, the government doesn't care. They really don't.
Oh, I know that.
And it's sad. It's sad. And I just ask that everybody prays for their families, because there's a loss. And I've had a couple, 3 or 4 losses in my life this year. It's been a bad year for me. But I'm old, and so are my people. My aunties and uncles are old. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, so. But,
well, I actually like Yvonne's take on it too. I know that there's a lot of people that are resigning from these big positions. There's a lot of people. In fact, they found out that somebody from BlackRock, that this was something that was pointed out today, He sold millions and millions and millions and millions of stock in the last couple of months. What's his name? Fink.
He's getting the fuck out of the dollar.
Well, that's why I say
the dollar's gonna collapse.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that these guys are pretending. They're like a lot of these guys might be actually faking their deaths for some reason or another. But there's been a lot of that going on. People selling out their stocks. People resigning from big positions. They know something. Something's happening. So yeah, it actually sounds more feasible that they are faking their deaths in this case for this thing. Because I mean, come on, anybody with two brain cells to rub together.
Because Epstein's death might have been fake too, because we don't have the camera footage.
No.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's probably living in Puerto Rico or something. If he didn't traffic kids there, who knows? Hey, what about the Boston thing? Hey, I wanted to say something about that. Did you see the news article about the trainees, and they were having a party or whatever, and somebody had a heart attack or whatever, and they had like 4 or 5 kids that were dying in the back room with a dead body.
Oh, yeah, I caught a glimpse of that. I don't know exactly what that was all about, though.
Yeah, and what the fuck? Nobody screwed it. It was a blip. It was a blip on the news media because, I mean, it was going to come out in Boston or whatever, but nobody's covering it. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, we need to cover this stuff because it's not. And whose families were these kids? I'm thinking that they were, illegal immigrant kids.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. But, hey, adrenochrome is
Anybody got a link? Anybody got a link on that? I actually did see something about it.
I can link it to you later. I'm on the phone right now, so I kind of can't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Benny. You know who I'm talking about?
Benny Johnson?
On YouTube. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He covered it, and there was a couple other people that covered it, although it's probably going to disappear.
Yeah, I seem to remember seeing a headline on Twitter while I was looking for the other stuff for the show tonight. None of which I've gotten to tonight, but that's okay. That's the whole point. I do this for people to call in and talk. I actually don't want to do the talking. I don't know nothing.
In Boston, Massachusetts, where, again, there was a bunch of trannies all dressed up in costume. All right, maybe drag queens. Who knows what they were. But they had a bunch of kids back in another bedroom that were all on drugs, and they were dying. I don't know if they died or not. Some things are saying they did. Some things are, who knows?
Oh, the only thing I saw was that they were in this place with a dead body, and that they were smushed into a little tiny room, like 4 or 5 of them, living in horrible conditions. They had feces and junk all over them and everything like that. And that there was 3 or 4 other men in the apartment that were dressed wildly but the place really stunk real bad and stuff like that. Some places are saying that the kids were dead, and some places aren't. No, the kids were. The kids were violated, but they were not dead. There was only one person.
They were violated by these fucking assholes.
Yeah. Time to get out the millstones for these guys, I guess.
I don't know. And then on my feed on ScrewTube came across a 75-year-old transitionalist guy to a girl, and then a 26-year-old, and they were talking, and it was something on probably BBC, and I heard most of it, and what the 75-year-old went through as a kid was traumatic. I mean, we're talking shock therapy and everything else. And I feel bad for that dude. I feel bad for him. But he decided as an adult that, yeah, this is what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't being pushed on him in kindergarten. You know, like this 27-year-old who decided at 15 that he was a she, and the mom was like, yeah, you look like a girl, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, that shit needs to just, no. Not happening here in South Dakota. Not.
Lord Slade! Hey, yo! What's happening? Good to see you, man. All right, he's back. Hello? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, hey, with your gardens, you know, I'm all right. So I'm the proper girl, and I have to tell you, my husband and I have been sick with pneumonia for about 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been able to go out to the stores and go put stuff in our yeah, quit coughing. Yeah. I haven't been able to
Actually, she said prepper girl, Yvonne.
And this is not what I was thinking. It wasn't like, oh, well, you know, if we're sick. No, you guys gotta make sure that you put stuff up to, you know, if you get sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet a lot of your prepping helped you out with that, didn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, like, all right, so we didn't have a lot of quote-unquote fresh food because I couldn't go out to the store.
Right.
But I've had milk. We've had everything that we need, eggs, everything that we've needed to keep going. And I'm, like, looking at my storage, and I'm like, oh, hell, I've got another year left that if we couldn't go shopping besides maybe fresh, which I can try to grow, we're good. And that scares the fuck out of me. I'm like, oh, my God, really? Because, I mean, like I said, I mean, Kat and I have had pneumonia, and I haven't felt well enough to go out to the stores for weeks to get anything fresh. I did on Sunday. I got a couple of things and looked around and did the cart thing because I really couldn't, like, walk around the store. I'm like, I'm doing the cart thing.
Yep.
Early in the morning so that, you know, everybody else could do their thing.
American Dream, welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Trying to keep up with the chat. We're glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah, this is not something that I'm all right, at this point, it's not something that, oh, doom and gloom are coming, but what happens if you and or your spouse and family get sick like we did, and nobody can, like, get out of bed? I can get out of bed and maybe make us some meals, but going to the grocery, that's not going to happen because I'm so sick I can't do that.
Yeah.
I never.
Well, you're actually lucky enough to live in an apartment complex. You probably could have gotten, like, DoorDash or whatever the Instacarts or something like that.
Yeah. Well, no. I live in, like, I live in suburbia, rural suburbia.
Oh, okay, because I live way out in the country. It takes me almost 30 minutes just to get to my mailbox. So.
Well, I can go downstairs and go to my mailbox, but when you can't breathe and you just can't get out of bed and you're coughing and snooting and blowing, dude, I have gone through 5 boxes of tissues in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We're talking 120 tissues, and then coughing stuff up. I've gone through 250 napkins. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Space Pirate Yvonne says, that's my every morning. Use a hanky. Ew.
Hanky, baby. Yeah, whatever. I decided, although I don't like injections, I've decided that Humira injection, I'm taking it because my RA is so bad that I want to be able to walk around and do something, at least in the house, eh?
Yeah.
So I'm my doctors know I'm super not good on injections, and I know that a lot of the stuff that happened with my husband this last month.
Somebody send Yvonne a hooker, will ya? That man's horny.
Bitch. All right. So
I saw that in the other two. You were over there talking to somebody in
just wait till I get in the chat. I'll be talking some shit with that bitch.
And he was in Tom's chat too. It sounds like he's looking to get laid.
Yeah, well, not in this chat. Anyway, my old man got the one and done J&J because he had to, because he was working at Walmart and in a deli, and he was wearing the mask, and it was so hot back there. It was bad. So he went and decided, and they had to actually order him a J&J. All right, so VA gave a J&J.
This must have been a while ago, because J&J was taken off the market almost a year ago.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I say he's lucky to be alive. That was according to what I was reading about the J&J. In fact, somebody mentioned that the other day. They actually had immediate deaths with that one. That's why they pulled that one immediately.
Well, and I begged him not to get anything, but he decided to, and you can only do what you can do. I begged him not to, because I knew a lot of the stuff that was going on. Anyways, he got that, and within 2 months, he felt so bad he couldn't work full time anymore. I mean, he wasn't able to work 30 hours, and he took 6 months off, and then he went to work part-time at another place he's been working there for a year, and again, he's got blood clots from his lungs going, or his heart going to his lungs and everything else. Bad deal.
One of the things that they're saying about being able to detox from that, B12.
Dude, I've been like, yeah.
Load him up on the B12.
I hear you, honey.
Sounds like you need to go take care of him.
He doesn't smoke. He's never smoked.
Right.
Never smoked. I smoke. He doesn't smoke. But I sit by my window with the air going straight out. anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's gonna be so many people that have had shit happen to them that it's not good. And like I said, I begged him not to do it, but he felt like he had to, and VA recommended him to do it. Of course VA did. Recommended him to, and they went through a lot of hoops to get him the J&J.
Space Pirate Yvonne says he's got detox protocols too, so get with him. Get with anybody that has any kind of detox from that. As long as he's not taking any more. In fact, keep Bruce in your prayers, because Kevin said that he just had his, what was it, his 5th one? He just got his fifth shot?
Well,
booster or something?
I'm actually feeding him copper water. If you guys know anything about having a copper pot that you put filtered water in, and you put that in your fridge, and then you drink that copper water, which, I mean, back in the day,
yes,
you might know, tastes like it tastes like what you would get out of the house from a well. It's well water, but it's got the copper in it. It'll do that, a good thing for you. Mm-hmm. My sister recommends doing a teaspoon of water of baking soda, that if you drink or anything like that, that will help detox you too. I mean, I'm doing everything for this dude. He's not pissing out and shitting out granules. He was doing that for like 2 years, that he was actually pissing out and shitting out black.
That usually means you have internal bleeding somewhere.
No, it was like God, I'm trying to think of the words for it. No, it was oh God. No, it wasn't blood or anything like that. It was damn it.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, well, I've taken pictures of it, and it was carbon coming out of his body after he had the shot.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was in the toilet. I'm like, what the hell? It's not coming out of me. I know that it's coming out of him, and it was after he got that shot.
Dang.
So I was like, what do you call it? They were talking about that carbonite or whatever in people, right? I'm like, oh my God, hell yeah, it's coming out of him.
Yeah, it sounds like you were detoxing him. Maybe he'll be all right.
I don't know, but I've been around enough people at this point that have had the shot that I think that some of the shedding has come on me. My doctor agrees that, yeah, that's probably why you're not doing too good. But I'm just going to keep on trucking, doing what gross. I got to do. I miss the lake, man. I want to be out at the lake all day with my grandkids, but I feel like crap. And, if I'm feeling dizzy and crappy, I'm not going to, pick up my grandkids and go out to the lake and right. Pass out at the lake.
That's gross, Skeletor. He's got a buddy that keeps a roadkill scrapbook. Yuck.
Skeletor.
Although he'll probably make a mint. He'll turn it in.
To take that roadkill and make it into jerky roadkill.
I was gonna say, actually, I think he's probably taking pictures of it, right? He'll make himself a mint out of a coffee table book eventually, with enough pictures of that shit.
Jerky. Right now, I had to go out and pick my plants and go see, because one of the things I have problems here, even on the second floor balcony, is spider mites, and they're leaving my tomatoes alone, but they love my basil apparently. So I'm like, right on.
Emptide says that was graphene.
Graphene, that's it. Yes, graphene.
Okay, yeah, I had seen some videos about that.
He was either shitting out or pissing out or whatever, but it was all over the toilet. I'm like, what the fuck? So I put some stuff in the back of the toilet to make sure it wasn't like, mold or something else.
Right.
No. The graphene was actually coming out of my husband, and he don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear it. No.
I was gonna say, that must have been one hell of a lot of.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, it don't matter. It don't matter at this point. It happened. He did it, and at this point, even the VA is saying, hey, maybe you can go back to work in 3 or 4 months. And I'm like, oh, fuck that. You need to, you need to get your VA disability pumped up, and we need to think about you doing SSDI, which he really doesn't want to do. But I'm like, dude, I understand. It's a matter of pride.
Hey, Rock Candy. I'm surprised they're not. I'm surprised that if it's VA that they're not actually forcing him to do that. They usually have a requirement for that.
No, and we're going to have to pay these people. We're going to have to pay these people to put that into the VA to get his VA upped. Yeah. I was like, what? He's like, oh, yeah. We're going to have to figure out how to pay them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the rent's coming out of my SSDI, and we'll figure everything else out, because I was sick and went into the hospital for months. So we owe a bunch of money on that. He went into the VA for a week, and we don't know if they're going to charge us. And then they want him to test his diabetes and everything. I'm like, oh, they're going to charge us for that. They're going to charge us for that. And he's like, oh, no. Yeah, they are. Hey, folks, anybody in close to South Dakota, we have a 1973 F-250 396 that was bored out to a 408 for sale. Yeah, anybody that wants to know, get a hold of me, please. It's in good shape. We have taken care of everything. Good on the yeah.
Oh, okay. Thought you buzzed out again. All right. It's actually about time for me to end the show too. So
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take up all your time.
Oh, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. But everybody's taking off to Rockies, so I wanted to show a few funny things and then let everybody go.
Oh, they're, of course, going off to Rocky because I'm boring. Fuck you, asshole.
No, just because Rocky started. I usually am done by now, but that's okay. I appreciate you calling, and continue to get better and keep us up to date on your gardens.
Yes, and I love you, girl, and I'm going to try to send you some more seeds.
Awesome.
You don't have to plant them right away. You can plant them tomorrow.
Okay.
Mwah.
All right. Thanks so much. Love you too. God bless.
All right. Bye.
Good night. All right. We were talking about, Yvonne and I were actually talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger earlier. And one of the reasons why I was going to talk about him, this is something else that nobody else is talking about. I don't even think Benny Johnson talked about this. I just saw a tweet about it. But Schwarzenegger seems to think that if he was allowed to, that he could become the next president. Listen to this shit.
Exactly.
The Constitution said that a president has to be a natural-born U.S. citizen. If not for that, would you have run for president?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, I think the field was wide open in 2016, and I think the field is open right now. I mean, think about it right now. I mean, who is there that is really a person that can bring everyone together? Who is the other day that people say, okay, he's not too old, or he's not too this or do that, or all this stuff? Because it's now a question about who do you vote against?
Yeah, and you would have no chance, Arnold, especially since people like me would continue to let people know what you really think of us.
I think people should know there is a virus here. It kills people, and the only way we prevent it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, to do social distancing, washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom, because with freedom comes obligations. And
yeah, that means if you're the president, you have no right to say that. This man, put it this way, let's not allow anybody that isn't born here to be president, but especially not this jerk. Because if he was in power, this is exactly what he would say. As long as you followed his rules, you'd be okay. But everybody else, screw your freedom. And the way he put it, oh, this is kind of screwing with my freedom. No, you guys put your damn thumbs on us for almost 2 years over this bullshit. So no, screw you. But yeah, Arnold, of all people, oh yes, I would be president. Even in 2016, the line was open. Trump would have taken you to lunch. Or eaten your lunch. All right. Funny stuff. Like I say, I just wanted to mention that because I thought that the arrogance of this asshole, if nothing else. Not to mention the fact his father was a Nazi. He chose to be a Nazi. Fruit doesn't fall that far from the tree. And especially in his case. And especially, shame on him after he came here and got all of his freedom and became rich and famous and all this other stuff. Now he's telling everybody else to screw your freedom? Fuck you, Arnie. All right. I thought this was funny. You all saw this earlier. This kid slams himself with a what do we call it? A ninja blade something or other. Hey, yo, Lord Slade. But yeah, man. Whipped his hat right off his head, and you know that shit hurt. This is cute. There's a channel on YouTube called The Underdog Show. They basically do cover tunes with a dog singing. This is hilarious. You'll love this.
Digging in the backyard. Some of those who want access are the guys who bring packages. Some of those who want access are the guys who bring packages. Some of those who want access are the guys who bring packages. Some of those who want access are the guys who bring packages. Whoa! Digging in the backyard. Digging in the backyard. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Come in here and I'll bite
Hey,
ya.
Flip City Magazine, welcome.
Come in here and I'll bite ya. 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 Now you're off your leash. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Now you're off your leash. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Now you're off your leash. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Now you're off your leash. Come in here and I'll bite ya. Those who ride, post device, deliver the mail every day and night. Those who ride, post device, deliver the mail every day and night. Those who ride, post device, deliver the mail every day and night. Those who ride, post device, deliver the mail every day and night.
They actually have a whole channel, but I thought I would show you that one. That was cool. That was cute. All right. I don't know if you guys know who Maxim Beatty is or Batty, but this little guy is hilarious, and I've been following him for a while. This is hilarious.
But wait, does normal water have meat in it?
Just cut up some tofu, put it in your freezer.
She's making vegan water.
I need answers. Does normal ice cube have meat? Why is she not using that?
Plop them in my water. So just do it to your liking.
Man, that just looks like pickled cheese.
And I like to top it off with a lemon wedge.
Jesus Christ, on the back. Pickled cheese with lemon is not vegan water.
I was a bartender at one point.
And I thought
thank God she's not anymore.
At one point.
To save the fish, I like to use a little metallic straw.
It's the turtles, ma'am. We don't care about the fish. Get it right.
If you want a little extra flavor too, I recommend marinating them in barbecue sauce first.
Well, me in the eye. Barbecue flavored pickled cheese with lemon water is vegan water. I would rather play in traffic than drink vegan water then.
This is how to make vegan water.
Wait, does normal water have meat in it?
Does normal water have meat in it? Maxim Beatty, guys, he's hilarious. All right, this one's for the gentlemen. Gentlemen, beware! But you're gonna get a laugh out of this.
Papi, ¿cómo te llamas tú? Jonier. Y amor, ¿cómo te llamas tú? Miguel. Eso a mí. ¿Cómo tú haces? Papi, pero espérate, ya relájate. Pero ven acá, espérate, que yo creo que me confundí. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Miguel.
And why is he running after the blonde guy in this aspect? He should be mad at Miguel. Miguel. So yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Cancel. All right. Couple more. Good joke. Dog was lost in the jungle.
His dog ran away. He got lost. Somehow he ended up in the jungle. So as he was walking through the jungle trying to get out, he ran across a lion. The lion looked up, seen the dog. He started running towards the dog. The dog started to panic. He looked around. He seen a bunch of bones on the ground. So he got an idea. He said, that sure was some good lion meat right there. The lion stopped dead in his tracks. He said, whoa, this dog is tougher than he looks. He turned around and walked away. The dog said, whoa. Now this monkey was up in the tree. He was laughing his behind off. He said, man, let me go tell the lion what this dog just did so I can get him on my side. He went and told the lion. The lion said, what? He said, get on my back and let's go get him together. So as they was walking towards the dog looked up. His heart dropped because he knew the monkey told the lion what he did. Then he had another idea. He yelled out and said, where's that damn monkey? I told him to bring me a lion 2 hours ago. One day this dog ran away.
I like this guy. He got good
lost.
jokes. All right, two more. Here is a 70-year-old comedian for you. She's pretty based, though. She's from Louisiana. Rougarou, you'll appreciate this young lady. Her name is Caroline Picard, and she loves to offend people.
He actually came up to me and said, you need to talk to Jesus. I said, bitch, I live in Texas. That's my next door neighbor. His wife makes tamales. I make gumbo. We good. We all right. It's true, man. I mean, I'm like Charlie. I see a lot of young kids. Fuck that. I had one of them come up to me on a ship one day and goes, "You're so harsh. You hurt my feelings." I'm like, "Bitch, I meant to." Wrong fucking generation, jackass.
Uh-huh.
And I'm laughing my ass off at him. He goes, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Well, first of all, you got a bun on your fucking head. You look like my Aunt Lucille." And had on a pair of ripped jeans. Okay, that's cool. You paid for that shit. You actually bought that at a fucking store.
Yeah, in our day, we had to earn the rips in our pants and the mud. There was no such thing as fake mud. All right, last but not
killer,
least.
the murderer, the liar of all lies. Don't go to the world and leave your Christ. Where are you going? Star City Casino? Where are you going? After the Lord Jesus? Do we look after him? No. How many times do we upset him? How many times do we break his heart? How many times do we sin in a day? How many times do we say the wrong things in a day? How many times do we think wrongfully about someone in our heads in a day? Endless. Yet every time I come filled with sin and I ask the Lord for mercy, He is the good God. He is the ever merciful God. The way I treat Him, it is not the way He treats me. I treat Him so harshly, yet He treats me so softly and tenderly. I deny Him, He never does. I sell Him, He never does. He buys me with His blood. I walk away, He chases after me and says, "Where are you going? Don't leave me. I love you. You're my son. You're my child. You are my life. Come back to me. I love you. Doesn't matter what you've done. Just repent. Just come back. Turn your face back to me. Don't give me your back. Don't face the world. The world is placed in the bosom of Satan, the red dragon, the killer, the murderer, the liar of all lies. Don't go to the world and leave your Christ. Where are you going? Star City Casino? Where are you going? After the Lord.
Just a reminder. It says, "Don't know anything about this dude. I keep thinking of Brother Nathaniel, the Satanist hypocrite." No, this is Mamari Emmanuel. He's actually, to me, he's very inspirational. Like I say, I don't want to become a fangirl or anything like that, but he actually is very well educated in a lot of this, and he loves Jesus, so you can't fault him for that. But he also knows the original languages of the Bible and things like that, and he really is a good teacher as far as that goes too. Like I say, I don't necessarily want to call myself a fangirl, but I am. This man right here inspires me. His name is Mamari Emmanuel, and you can find him on TikTok. They have, well, let me see if I can find him on my, YouTube. He's on YouTube. They have full sermons. He's Catholic, but he actually does sermons in Aramaic, Arabic, and English. But he also knows, I think he also knows Yiddish and, Greek. So, yeah, very, very well, very accomplished, very scholarly, if you will. And, of course, he loves Jesus. So, again, you can't fault him for that. That's why he's very inspirational to me. And he's got the jokes, too. He knows what's going on, and he's based as hell. If you look at his YouTube, let me see if I can find his YouTube real quick. Greek. No, that's not what I wanted. How did that happen? Oh, okay, just push the live thing. Let's see if I can find the thing here. I'll give you guys a link, and then I'll go. Christ the Good Shepherd Church. And he is, like I say, very well accomplished. He also knows he knows and actually can associate what's going on with biblical teachings today and stuff like that too. So very, very, very good man. I would follow him. He's one of the people I would follow. I do follow him. I listen to him every day, read my Bible, etc. and etc. You know how it is. All right. I always want to, like I say, I always want to begin and end with good messages. And I can't think of anybody else that has any better messages than him so far. And I like sharing him with you. All right. That's about it tonight. For tonight, don't forget to support all the folks on Rougarous and Ohmtown and Not Me Bees Pure Blood TV guide. All right, the interactive schedule. Be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky show on Odysee. He's probably already started by now. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Thank you for the comments, the calls. Don't forget to send me your clips and commercials. Also, thank you for the donations. Appreciate y'all being here. Good to see you, Lord Slade. Hey, yo! I'll be making some more things soon, I hope. Thank you for the phone calls and everything like that. God bless you. God bless America. As always, I wish you peace, love, health, and music. And until next time, AMF.